Ladies and gentlemen, I am alive, awake, in love with life, and working for my lunch money. So, let's get to work, because I'm hungry. Okay, we're watching a low-pressure system that has a good chance at cyclonic development in the Gulf of Mexico. And Mercury has now gone retrograde. So expect all your communications to have a chance at miscommunication, especially if they're not open, honest, clear, direct, and authentic. Manipulation and head games won't work that well. Okay, you know what? I'm still here after 3 years of surviving on donations and 6.5 years of telling you the truth because I tell you like it is. Well, I tell it like it is. See, I can't even talk well. This thing reminds me of Hurricane Harvey, dude. I live in Houston, so I have Hurricane Harvey PTSD. And it just sits and spins. And it just sits and spins. And then it just sits and spins. And it comes soon after a full solar total eclipse. So, if you anywhere to the inside of the shaft of Florida and Louisiana, you need to be watching this thing. Because if this thing just sits and spins forever, it could cause a whole lot of damage. And I got to give you the bad news. Here it comes. The Icon model, there's a bunch of different models. It's like 3-card Monte. It's crazy. The Icon model has it sitting and spinning over 86-degree Gulf of Mexico temperatures for 54 hours. Now, we have seen things go from category nothing hurricane to category 4 hurricane in 24 hours. So here's our bad boy. She's popping up. She's hanging out. And she's going real slow. And then she's moving up and out through the east. So, let us watch that again with some dates. So I'm just saying, if this low is going to appear what it is, it comes over, dips down, it goes into the Gulf of Mexico, which is really weird, by the way. Totally weird. So, July, looks like we still got about anywhere from 5 days to a week to prepare. But look, so the low is in there on July 11th, right? It's July 12th. We're now July 13th. So it goes in on the 11th and doesn't cross over into land until the 13th. So that's a lot of time, dude. No matter what, mete out any type of cyclonic development, this thing, as the weather geek is pointing out, the big story with this potential tropical cyclone looks to be heavy rainfall. The King Euro is projecting precipitable water values of 3.5 inches plus. Oh, dude, I think we could definitely get over 10 inches. Dr. Rick Nab, the bad guys. You know, he nabs the bad guys. Oh, God, that joke was bad. While we're not yet sure if a tropical cyclone will form this week over the northeast Gulf, it's not too early to be talking about a good chance of localized flooding rains in parts of coastal regions from southeast Louisiana to North Carolina. Any nearly stationary broad low and frontal boundary might cause that nearly stationary broad low. So it's just going to sit and spin and then it's going to move. And I imagine these rain bands are going to get pretty big. The GFS is still showing the nasty purple rain bands. But the GFS takes it much farther east. It doesn't show any development at all. But what I was noticing from last night's model runs was that it was almost disconnecting the low from the rain. It doesn't do it as much on this run. But what I'm saying is the GFS takes it the farthest east. The GFS spends the least amount of time over the Gulf. And then the GFS kicks it out. So the GFS is the best outcome. The GFS has shown us the least damaging outcome. So pray in your heart and your mind that that is what is going to happen. But prepare for, like, I'm going to stick with what my original thing is, that if it stays over the Gulf for more than 18 hours, it could be a Category 3 hurricane. And then you would get storm surge components, major heavy wind gust components, and just general WTF. Because I want to remind you, this storm looks like it carved out. Like if it did this 100 times, then it's what carved these things out. And the middle of October hurricane I've predicted will be right here. So it's weird that it's already hitting that spot. Worst case scenario. Somebody got mad at me the other day for saying that I was talking about worst case scenarios. Is that we get the same spot that sort of gets hit by a hurricane twice in the same season. It's possible. You know, whether I was telling the President of the United States, oh yeah, I'm running for president, or you, you know, this is the worst case scenario we have to be prepared for this hurricane season. And especially if we're going to see some type of cyclonic activity, landfalling hurricane activity this early in the middle of July, I was really hoping and praying we wouldn't get anything until the middle of September. The one that I'm pretty sure is going to hit the northeast coast. Like 90% sure. And it might even go as high. It might go higher than New York or Boston. We got to check. People are confident that the cold waters will assure that it's not a Category 3 hurricane. But man, things have been so weird. And on that note, as your planetary defense commander who always works hard for his money, I pointed this out last night, 15 hours ago, that the 6.5 California earthquake happened at 8:32 a.m. So 36 hours later, you got a 7.1 Cali earthquake at 8:50 p.m. Friday. And so I added 36 hours to that, looking for some type of pattern, because it's what I do. And it looks like the 6.9 earthquake in Indonesia happened about that same time span. So if we're looking for orbital components, did I use components too many times in this video? We have something to work with, though I don't understand what it is or what it might be. You know, because there's a lot out there, man. If you open up your mind to think that it's not just carbon, there's a whole solar system of shit we have to work with, including the sun and the core inside our planet. Because Jupiter and Saturn are freaking huge, man. Earth is like the pinky toe, and Jupiter is like my belly. Okay, that was a bad analogy, especially if I was trying to eventually get a makeout session with a pretty lady in the future. Where'd you go, dipshit? I said to myself. So yeah, you got all the gas giants on the same side. Jupiter massive. Saturn massive. Pluto, the underworld. Retrograde. Oh, this doesn't have Mercury retrograde yet. What the heck? Is this thing broken? And then remember, we have Saturn opposition on the 9th. That is when the Earth is opposed. What? Crap. Man. This editing in program thing. There you go. Okay, so on the 9th, you get a direct line. And so we're watching for any type of weird, wild, wacky activity leading up to that. Here's your rain totals. Well, that's not totals. It's just about who's going to get wet over the next 48 hours. So if you're under the green, you got a good chance of seeing a rainbow. Asterisk? Yeah, I guess it depends on if the sun is up or not. Are there nighttime rainbows? Probably not. What? Wait. What's happening? Okay, we're looking at the Gulf and the ocean. And hopefully it won't start flipping out on me. Because that's not conducive to... There you go. Stop it. What are you doing? Oh, man. But yeah, the Icon and GFS have sort of been in lockstep. And the Icon has it sitting over hot water for 54 hours. I don't think you're going to get 54 hours, although it's like, it reminds me of Hurricane Harvey. And I think I'm allowed to think that. And I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but that's what my gut keeps telling me. What are these weird 2-year intervals? I got to go back and check the earthquakes in 2017. I don't know, man. Sometimes you search for patterns when patterns aren't there. But it feels like there are patterns everywhere. Yeah, so that's basically what I do, is we do a version of 3-card Monte, where the models give us a bunch of shells, and then you got to pick which one it is. And I'm usually pretty good. Since Hurricane Matthew, I've been super great at it. And that's how I've earned my lunch money. And so, you know, you got the Euro saying it's over here in Louisiana, in Lanesboro land. And then you got the GFS saying, no, bro. It is up here to the east of Miramar. And so you got to just kind of go with the flow and figure it out. Lucky for us, or unlucky, or something, we got like 5 or 6 days to figure it out. And I'm on it like stink on shit. Oh man, it's Sunday. I wish I wouldn't have cussed. I love you, Asteroid Fight Club. We are a very talented crew. All right, we're going to look at the icon wind gusts. How's that feel? Does that feel good for you? I'm being goofy. I got to get all my goofiness out before the hurricanes start to hit. Okay, we're looking at the 10th, which is a Wednesday. We can see the low kick over the waters. Kind of just sits and it spins. And it just sits there, dude. That is way too long over way too hot waters. That's why I'm sort of freaking out. Dude, yeah, this thing could be majorly, massively disastrous. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen. But you have this mofo, which is a low. Okay, we'll call landfall on Lanesboro. And then you're getting the really, oh, what the hell shit? Stop cussing. 95 mile per hour winds. And this is it barely developing, my friend. Okay, so it's making landfall right before the 14th, right? And that gives it freaking like 4 days. Oh, dude, this could be a huge disaster. I mean, if this scenario unfolds and we still want it, I'll be model running this bitch for you. God, stop cussing, man. Sunday. And you are not in the service of Jesus Christ. Okay, great. Talking to myself over here. So let's check out these water temperatures, shall we? Oh, man. Okay, so that's even after, because technically the water temperatures get colder when the low comes over. So it's going into 84 degrees, 85 degrees. Yeah, it's gonna be over rocket fuel, hurricane rocket fuel. So okay, let's do the Euro. What do you want to do, baby? Man. Okay, I'll give you the worst case scenario. Let's go the best again. This is the GFS. Wind gusts. Yeah, I would totally take this thing seriously. If you're on the Gulf. I'm taking it seriously. But so yeah, it doesn't have the low. It's a real mealy-mouthed low on the GFS, man. And okay, see now it's over the waters. But still, it even has it over the water for like 30 hours. There's no way a low is going to sit over the Gulf of Mexico as hot as it is and then do nothing. I mean, but this is the best case scenario, so pray for it. And there are those of us out there who feel like you can affect outcomes with your mind. Greg, if you're listening. Okay. But what I'm saying is, I bet if my planetary alignment stuff is correct, and it sat over Houston here for a while, although it was like geoengineering, and it was really weird. But remember, we're in super retrograde season. So now it's going to move to about here, and it's going to sit there and do the exact same thing that it did with Harvey. That would be my guess right now. I could be totally wrong. I'd really be happy to be wrong, but that's my feeling. And like I said, it's kind of like with the Mexico City hurricane, I'm kind of moving at the same distance. And so that hurricane is going to start here in October and then move up, probably hit in here. And then the one that comes off the coast in September is going to curve up and go. It has a chance to curve out to sea, but if not, then it's probably going to go higher than where Florence hit, which would be up here near Katia Land, which is New York. But we're going to keep watching. Right now, we should just stay on tune with this one. Look, see, this is the Euro, the King Euro, the one that everyone's like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest model thing since sliced bread. Okay, we're going to watch it again. Right, so even here, your low is already, yeah, man, dude. I think rapid intensification. We saw Barbara go from nothing to Cat 4 in 24 hours, so you got low over the Gulf now. Okay. Is that good for you? No, dude, stop being cheesy creepy. Okay. That's not going to help you earn lunch money. Pizza's $6. Yeah, that looks... That's right now, we're getting multiple models saying this thing is going to sit over land for more than 2 days. Dude, this could be bad. Because remember, the difference with over here, it sat over land and was still a tropical storm for a couple of days. If it sat over land in super hot waters, it could be bad. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so that's what I do. I bring you the bad news. I love you guys. You are fantastic. I found that if YouTube pays me $2 a video, I should make 25 videos a day. So I will be covering this extensively. And if lunch money, you could send stuff here. $6 for a pizza. If you're a smoker, it's $6 for cigarettes. Okay, but I love you guys, and I'm doing my best to do a great job. And looks like we are 5 days away from landfalling hurricane season. And that is not what I wanted. Seriously, it was... Okay. And so, just everybody get ready. But like I said, if this thing is going to sit and spin like Harvey over really hot waters, this thing could become a disaster at very new 2019 proportions. We're talking this is, what, a week after a 7-1 hurricane? And a total solar eclipse with another eclipse coming on the 16th and Saturn opposition on the 9th. I love you guys. Asteroid Fight Club is pretty cool. And I woke up giddy. I don't even know why. Okay. Peace out. God bless everyone.